As captains and coaches head back to their bench, we welcome you live to MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens, bringing you live baseball coverage for the second time in 2 days. Mifflin County, their last time out yesterday against Altoona, they were absolutely hammering the bats in the middle innings, scoring 2 in the third, 3 in the fifth, or 4 in the fifth inning, propelling them to a 6-2 win over Altoona, improving themselves to 2-0 in the regular season, but also 2-0 in the conference. As for Chambersburg, they're 1-5 on the season, 0-3 in conference play. They lost to State College yesterday, 7-1. They were down 2-1, but over the last couple of innings, State College was able to just score one here, score one there, able to propel themselves to a 7-1 victory. Nonetheless, we welcome you to MCTV, and we return. We'll be back with the live game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to rise, gentlemen, remove your caps for our playing the national anthem.
Energy here. Let's go. Come on. Give it up.
Ball caps are on. Pitcher's taking the mound, and we're getting ready here for baseball. The second game in 2 days for Mifflin County. They have won on Saturday against State College in the Happy Valley Hardball Classic. They have 4 games in 5 days. Pitcher is warming up. Pitcher will be number 23, Mills, for Chambersburg. Leading off for the Huskies looks to be Reese Christine, the third baseman. We're used to the first base setup down the first base line. This time up here in Chambersburg on this beautiful field they have. We're up in the press box. We're behind home plate. And we're going to bring you 7 innings of great baseball. Huskies, Spartans, coming up next. Reese Christine heading up to the plate here, the third baseman, right-handed hitter. Steps into the box. Mills is set. And we are underway in Chambersburg. That one's going to get fouled off out of play behind the Huskies dugout. Christine falls 0-1. The 0-1 will take low and away for ball number 1. Christine gets set. The 1-1 will be roped towards the third base line, gets under the third baseman's arm, and it'll be a base hit for Reese Christine on the opening at bat for the game. Christine was on that third pitch, able to get it off the ground over the third baseman's glove for a single. Now batting Grady Hopple, son of head coach Mr. Hopple. Runner on first. First hit of the game, 1. Pick off on Christine, able to get back safely. Christine gets his lead. The 0-1 and another pickoff attempt towards Christine. Not able to get him. Saw a lot of this against Altoona. Mifflin County threw a lot of pickoffs, especially Grady Hopple, who's at the plate now. Gets set. Likes what the catcher calls the 0-0. Squeeze bunt there. Pitch will be high. And a 1-0 count for Hopple. Christine gets his lead once more. Stays at first. Looks for a squeeze. He went around. We called for strike number 1 there. They say he went around. On the bunt attempt. Mills is set. The 1-1. Christine off and running. The play over at second. Not in time, and Christine has his first stolen base of the game. The 2 pickoff attempts there to start the at-bat. He goes on a 1-1 count. Pitch was called a strike. So Hopple files behind 1-2, but now is a first runner in scoring position. The 1-2 to Hopple. Mills checks once more. The pitch will be fouled off towards the Huskies dugout. And we'll do 1-2 again. The 1-2. Christine off running for third. Or no, he goes back on the pitch high and inside. It looked like he was going. Changed his mind, and it'll be a 2-2 count. Mills gets set. The 2-2. Will take strike 3, froze up Hopple. And here comes Jaden Smith. Smith went 1 for 2 against Altoona, had 2 walks and an RBI double and a run as well in that game. Nonetheless, he has a chance for another RBI here with a runner in scoring and 1 out. Mills is set. The 0-0. That one's going to be blooped towards shortstop. It'll be caught by the shortstop. Smith will fall, and now there will be 2 outs in the inning. Looked like from our angle that it might have been able to get over the shortstop's head. Nice job by Christine to stay at second. Make sure he doesn't jump the gun there. Madden Weaver at the plate. He came in and relieved for the Huskies in the win over Altoona yesterday. Here he is batting in the 4 spot. We'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Chambersburg 1-5, trying to change something around. The 0-1. Weaver's going to chop it towards the first base line. It'll be foul. It'll be in an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Weaver gets set. Down 0-2, 2 outs, runner on second. To the single by Christine, Huskies have not been able to amount to anything. The 0-2 will take inside there. Weaver stays alive in the at-bat. Weaver gets set. Pickoff towards second. Don't usually see pickoffs towards second or third base there. I believe that's the first time we've seen one all season. Nonetheless, Christine able to get back there safely. We'll do it once more. The 1-2. The pitch. He struck him out. Mills gets his first strikeout of the game. And it couldn't have came at a better time. Huskies strand 1 on second. When we return, Chambersburg is going to get the bats going here on MCTV. On the mound for the Huskies today, Aiden Ativo. He pitched against Central Dolphin, and he threw a no-hitter. Originally, it was scheduled as a one-hitter, but on the scoreboard it said one-hitter, but in the scorer's sheet they had Aiden Ativo throwing a no-hitter on opening day for the Huskies. Obviously, as a senior, you know, it's very good to see him perform on such a high level on opening day. Nonetheless, he's back on the mound for Game 3 after a week and a half's rest. We'll see what he's able to do. Tiva will be going up against the other pitcher, Mills, for Chambersburg, my apologies. If you're just joining us, welcome to MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens. Huskies did not score in the first inning, had a hit on a ground ball to third base by Reese Christine. Other than that, the Huskies went 3 up, 3 down after that. And Aiden Ativo's on the mound here as we head to the bottom of the first on MCTV. Ryan Mills on the mound for Chambersburg, and he's at the plate here. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. TiVo gets set. The pitch will take strike or ball one. That one was just a little low. Nonetheless, the 1-0. It's going to be roped foul down the third base line. It'll be a 1-1 count to Mills. Will take low and away for ball number 2. Got in the dirt there. Could not hit on the curveball. On deck for Chambersburg is Murray. But he's got Mills to worry about. The 2-1 will be low in the dirt again. The 3-1 to Mills will be taken for ball 4. And Mills will be the first base runner for Chambersburg on the day. Both leadoffs get on base. Christine with a hit, and we're going to have a courtesy runner. That'll be number 2, Mariello, going to take over for Mills so he can stay warm and come out in the top of the second. Chambersburg, when they score early in the games and die off as the games go on. As the game goes on, I should say. The runner in first. Mariello after the single by Mills. The 0-0. Courtesy squeeze. That one's going to go foul. Picked up by the catcher, Easton Lepley. Very similar stuff we're seeing out of both two teams here so far. First runner got on base. And the second guy trying to put down a squeeze. Grady Hopple tried to do it for the Huskies. Wasn't able to successfully. He struck out looking. Nonetheless, Murray trying to do the same. The 0-1. Pickoff towards first. Pitch will be offline. We'll do it again. Murray set the 1-0. Will take on the outside corner for ball number 1. Just a bit outside. Mariello takes his lead. Not going. Another squeeze off the bat, and it'll go foul again. Murray finds himself in a 1-2 count. TiVo checks the runner at first. The 1-2. Takes outside. It'll be a 2-2 count. Murray is set the pitch. That one's going to be chopped towards the shortstop. Tries to get him out at second, and he gets him. Barely. Got him out there. Nice heads-up play by Madden Weaver. Able to get the runner out at second. Barely. But he did, and it'll be 1 out, runner on first. Evan Brown now to the plate, the number 3 hitter for Chambersburg. Murray goes to first after the fielder's choice. The 0-0 will take strike 1 on the inside corner of the plate. Off speed, got him looking. Murray has his lead at first. 0-1. Another off speed there, goes outside. It'll be a 1-1 count with 1 out and a runner on first. Murray takes his lead. pickoff towards first. Unable to get him, not in time. Ativo is set. The 1-1. Be low and outside. Will be ball number 2. Ativo is set. The pitch. It's going to be towards left field. Going to get down. One hops into the glove, and we have a runner on first and second for Chambersburg. Chambersburg getting the bats going here early. Now batting. It'll be Barclay for Chambersburg. Runner on first and second here. 1 out. Devo checks second the pitch. Swing and a miss there on the low and an outside fastball. That'll be a 0-1 count. Devo is set. Checks the runner at second. The pitch. It's going to go around there on the check swing. Just like that. Barkley's down in an 0-2 count with 1 out. Devo trying to get out of the jam. Runner on first and second, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the off speed there. That'll be Ativo's first strike out of the game. My apologies. Keegan Truitt now up to the plate for Chambersburg. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the first. 0-0 is our score. Runners take their lead. The pitch. That'll be that'll be high, my apologies, for ball number 1. That one's going to be fouled off there for a 1-1 count. Got on top of it there, sent it back behind the backstop. Gets set. The 1-1. It's going to be chopped towards the middle infield. Madden Weaver's just going to step on second, and that'll end the first inning. We're 0-0 through 1. You're listening to MCTV. Leading off for the Huskies this inning, number 23, Ty Plank. So he gets set as Mills is on the mound here for inning number 2. Both teams have a hit. Both teams have no runs. It's 0-0. When we come back, we'll be for the top of the second. We're equal through one here. Plank up to the plate for Mifflin County. Christine has had the lone hit so far for the Huskies. Mills gets set. The 0-0 will be on the outside corner of the plate for ball number 1. Wasn't able to quite get the zone there. The 1-0 on Plank. We fouled off back towards home plate. We'll do it once more. The 1-1. We'll take low and inside for ball 2. The 2-1. We'll take a strike down the middle for a 2-2 count. Solid at bat here. So we're 2-2, top of the second. The pitch will be low in the dirt. We'll go full. Chambersburg next game is going to be at home versus Cumberland Valley on Thursday. If I'm not mistaken, as Plank draws the walk on a 3-2 count, Huskies, for the second straight inning, have a leadoff runner on first. Easton Lepley, the catcher, now up to the plate for Mifflin County. Plank takes his lead at first. Pickoff won't be in time. Plank grabs his lead once more. The pitch. It's going to be skied high and out of play. That'll be an 0-1 count on Lepley. Pickoff towards first, not in time. Mills set the 0-1. Be inside towards Easton's elbows. 1-1 count. Checks the runner once more. 1-1 count, top of the second. Plank off for second. Ball will be called a strike play at second. Not in time. Off the glove of the second baseman, and the Huskies have their second stolen base of the game. Will be called for a strike. So it's a 1-2 count. The runner on second once more. The pitch. Lepley's going to hit one towards left center field. Center fielder is going to call for it. It'll be caught. That'll be out number 1 in the inning. Going back to what I was saying here, Chambersburg plays Hempfield on Saturday. My apologies there on that. Hempfield on Saturday for Chambersburg. Mifflin County will go play in the Happy Valley Hardball Classic. Lincoln Rubel now to the plate. He had a very hard hit double that hit off the wall against Altoona that scored 1 RBI, propelling the Huskies to a 6-2 victory. Nonetheless, trying to replicate that here once more. That'll be high and inside for ball number 1. Mills is set. Checks the runner at second. The pitch. Taken for a strike on the inside corner. 4 strike number 1. One's all over the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 runner on second, 1 hit for each team. The 1-1. That one's going to be roped towards right field. It's going to get down in the gap. Plank is going to hold it third. There is Rubel. Continues on his hot streak. Now batting for Mifflin County will be Logan Alexander, and he's got a great chance. Runners on first and third, 1 out. The one thing I guess you can say you cannot have happen for Mifflin County is going to be a double play. Mill steps off once more. We'll do it again. Mills checks first. The 0-0 will take strike 1. Look to be in the low away quadrant of the batter's box. Nonetheless, 0-1, 1 out. Huskies have runners on first and third. That one's going to be chopped towards the third base line. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Over to first. He drops the ball, and the Huskies score their first run off the game off of a fielder's choice. Nearly got the double play. There's Alexander, brings home the first run of the game for the Huskies. And now at the plate for Mifflin County, center fielder Evan Strohacker. Alexander with the RBI, fielder's choice. Puts the Huskies up 1-0 in the second. Pitch to Strohacker there. Just off there, a little bit high of a swing. It'll be an 0-1 count to the center fielder. The pitch to Strohacker. Runner's going to go for second. Strohacker fouls it off. Alexander will have to go back to first. The 0-2 pitch to Strohacker. Going to be a bit of a dribbler towards the center, over to first base in time. Huskies score the first run of the game and have the top of the order coming up in the top of the third. Huskies lead 1-0. Chambersburg comes back with the bats when we return. Wyatt Martin at the plate here for Chambersburg. Chambersburg's going to have 6, 7, 8 up here in the inning. Had runners on first and second in the top of the first, was not able to capitalize. Huskies lead 1-0 after the RBI fielder's choice off of Alexander's bat. Ativo gets set. The pitch will hit him. There is on one pitch, Martin's going to reach first base. Brady Truitt now at the plate for Chambersburg. Runner on first base. Picks off over to first. Able to get back in there safely. So we'll do it once more. Runner grabs his lead. Ativo the pitch. Below, or it'll be on the inside corner for strike number 1. Runner gets his lead. Ativo likes what he sees. The pitch, pickoff. Set up for it, and I couldn't even get it still. My bad. Nonetheless, pickoff in there safely. Second time Ativo is picked off this at bat. The 1-1. It's going to be a dribbler to Weaver at shortstop. 6-4, no play at first. It'll be a fielder's choice. That'll be the first out of the inning for Mifflin County. Now batting for Chambersburg. That'll be number 18. That'll be McMullen. Ativo set. The pitch. Taken on the outside corner for strike, or ball number 1. My apologies. 1-0, 1 out. Bottom of the second. Huskies lead 1-0. Runner gets set. Will take strike number 1. Nice frame there by Easton Lepley behind the plate. Once again, one's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pick off their attempt. Was not able to get there in time. Runner on first. 1 strike, 1 out the pitch. Ball's going to be high skied towards the right field line. Nice catch there by the outfielder, Ty Plank. Is the window for the press box. Got in the way of that. My apologies. It's the one really bad thing, except this pole right here that gets in the way of the right-handed batter's box. I had to make a choice, and I'm choosing to make sure to see the right-handed hitters because 90% of the hitters in this game are right-handed. Unlucky there, I guess, for Chambersburg and for the cameras. That one's going to be skied high towards left field. It'll be foul once more. Can't get every single inch of this field on the diamond. Nice play by Plank out there in right. Here comes the 0-1. Pickoff over to first. Gets in there safely. Got to feel like Huskies are going to get one of these eventually with how many they've thrown, especially against Altoona and now here against Chambersburg. The 0-1 will be taken for strike 2. Ativo can taste the strikeout. Runner gets his lead at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He struck him out. Had the speed of an espresso on that one. Huskies have the top of the order coming up here on MCTV when we return. We come back here, top of the third inning, with the Huskies having the top of the order. Chris Stein 1 for 1 on the day with a single down the third base line. The 0-0 first pitch of the inning over Chris Stein's head for ball number 1. Mills, the pitch, low and into the left-hander's batter's box for ball number 2. Two-0 count, no outs, top of the third inning. Huskies lead with one run. Swing and a miss there by Chris Stein. Even count here, 2-1. Huskies have 1 run off 2 hits. Chambersburg has 1 hit on the whole game. Here we are, fouled off towards the Chambersburg dugout. And Mills has battled his way back to a 2-2 count. No outs, top of the third inning. If you're just joining us, I'm Aiden Stevens. Thank you for listening to MCTV here on this Wednesday afternoon. Huskies don't play again until Saturday. Mills with the 2-2 pitch will be once again in the left-hander's batter's box for a 3-2 count. Huskies were going to play in the Happy Valley Hardball Classic. They'll be playing State College at 12 o'clock, and depending on if they win or lose, if they lose, they'll play at 3 o'clock the same day, and if they win, they'll play at 6 o'clock under the lights at Medler Field. Full count here for Chris Stein. The 3-2 will be taken for ball number 4, and Chris Stein has reached first base 2 times today. Chris Stein with a single and a walk. Now batting Grady Hopple, second baseman, hits number 2 in the order. Mills gets set, checks first base once more. The 0-0 be taken for a ball high, 1-0 count. Mills checks Chris Stein over at first. The 1-0. Chris Stein heads for second. The play at base. He is out. Coach Hopple is not happy with that, as he looked safe easily from my perspective up in the booth. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. My apologies. Umpire called him out. It'll be a 2-0 count now instead of with no outs and a runner on first. There's 1 out. The pitch taken for strike on the inside corner. Two, 1 out. Swings through strike number 2 from the Huskies, being up in a 2-0 count with a runner on first and no outs. They have fallen. 2-2, 1 out. Top of the third. Mills set. The 2-2. Swings through it and for strike 3. Jaden Smith now batting for the Huskies, the first baseman. Set the 0-0. He popped out to shortstop his last plate appearance. Got how much momentum Chambersberg got after that throw out. Second base as Smith swings through strike number 1. The 1-1. will take strike two. One, two, two outs. Smith, the pitch, will take a ball outside. Chambersburg thought it was the end of the inning. Nonetheless, 2-2, two outs. 2 hits for the Huskies as they lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. The 2-2. That'll be outside. Low and away, 3-2 count. Full on everything. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the first baseman. Smith set. Mills set. The 3-2. Chops it over down the third baseman. Able to recover it. Won't able to make the throw. And Smith is in there safely at first base. Nice job by Smith there. Down 1-2 in the count. Able to battle back. That's, I feel like, a common theme we've seen with these Huskies. Once they get into these unfavorable counts, down 0-2, 1-2, they've been able to battle back on 2 full counts and either draw walks or able to get on base. Now batting for Mifflin County, Logan Alexander. Mills checks over at first. Checks once more. The 0-0. Bunt attempt there goes sky high back behind the backstop. We'll do it once more. Swings through it. Smith over to second. The ball gets away from him. Looked to be out for sure. Runner on second. 0-2 count. Oh, 2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Take outside for 1-2. The 1-2 will take inside and low for a 2-2 count. Weaver set. Smith on second. Swings through strike number 3 and out number 3. Huskies get another hit, but no more runs. You're listening to MCTV. We welcome you back here. Swings through strike number one. The 0-1. Swings through one. That'll be a foul ball towards the third base side. Oh, 2 count here. Bottom of the third. Strike three, batter out. Bryson Murray now up to the plate for Mechanicsburg. Will take strike one. Set. That pitch is going to be low for ball number one. 1-1, 1 out. Two one now, 1 out. That one's going to be hit towards shortstop. Nice catch there. Evan Brown now batting. That one's going to be low and away for ball number one. My apologies here for the internet connection lag issues. We're getting it over here on our end. I'm not sure if there's like a big storm around that possibly caused this. Nonetheless, I will try my best here to let you guys know what's going on. So it's going to be a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Huskies lead 1-0. Huskies have 3 hits. That one's going to be chopped off towards the third base coach. Be a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Ativo set on the mound. 1-2, 2 out. The pitch. Going to be chopped towards shortstop there. Madden Weaver recovers it, throws it over to first. And the ball gets away. And I believe that Brown struggling to get up over there at first base. Pickoff attempt over there at first, not in time. TiVo is set. Will take ball one low and away. My apologies here. I'm just trying to multitask here, figure out what is going on. See if I can find any problems. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be chopped towards the shortstop to Weaver. Throws it over to first. This time in time, Smith reels it in. 3 up, 3 down. Or not 3 up, 3 down. 3 outs here. Mifflin County holds a 1-0 lead. You're listening to MCTV. Ty Plank now batting here for Mifflin County. Here comes the 0-0. Will take ball 1 inside. So now here comes the 1-0. That'll be a ball, or that'll be strike number 1. Here comes the 1-1. Will be taken outside for ball 2, 2-1 count on Plank. Here comes the 2-1. That one's going to be chopped towards second base, recovered by the second baseman, over to first in time for out number 1. Was a little late there on the off-speed pitch. Easton Lepley now up to the plate for Mifflin County. Lepley now up to the plate. 1 out. Top of the 4th. Will take high and inside for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. Called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. 1's crossed the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 4th. The pitch will take strike 2 over the middle of the plate. Lepley now down 1-2. Here comes the pitch. I want to be fouled back right towards us. That's why the net's here. Had me jumping a little bit there. Nonetheless, fouled back. Lepley stays alive. The 1-2 pitch, 1 out. Below for the 4th or 5th time today, Mills has been in that left-handed batter's box. When he misses low and away, he misses a lot. But when he doesn't miss, he makes sure you pay for it. Nonetheless, 2-2 count, 1 out. Huskies have 1 more run and 1 more hit. The 2-2. Going to be chopped back foul. Lepley stays alive once more. Here comes the 2-2. Chopped up high towards behind the plate. Able to reel it in for the out here. Barely out of our frame. Nice job by the catcher. Now batting is going to be Lincoln Rubel for the Huskies. Two outs, top of the fourth. We'll take strike one over the middle. Here comes the 0-1. We'll take strike two. Low in the zone. And Rubel down 0-2 early. Here comes the 0-2. Does not go around. Catcher checked. Ump says no, he stayed. It'll be 1-2, 2 outs. Comes the pitch. It's going to be chopped towards shortstop there. Picked up by the shortstop. The play at first. Not in time as he's safe as the ball gets out of the first baseman's hands. And Rubel reaches on a single. They'll rule that an error on the first baseman. Logan Alexander now up to the plate. Has the lone RBI for the Huskies off of a fielder's choice. Trying to add on more. Alexander set. The 0-0. Will take strike one down the middle. Here comes the 0-1. We'll take strike two. Here comes the 0-2. 2 outs. Runner on first for Mifflin County. Reached on an error. The pitch will be chopped back out of play. Able to stay alive. Alexander's set. The 2-2. Rubel off to first. That one's going to be going. Alexander's going to go to first, and he'll reach on the strikeout dropped by the catcher. A wild 3-2 count. Or a wild pitch, I should say. Able to get Alexander on first and second, and Strohecker up to the plate now for Mifflin County. Striker set, the 0-0. That one's going to be chopped towards third base. Picked up by the shortstop. Throws it to first and not in time as the Huskies have the bases loaded and the top of the order coming up. Christine now stepping up to the plate for Mifflin County. The 0-0. Christine swings through strike one. Huskies have the bases loaded and arguably their best chance to score since the second inning. Stroher takes his lead at first. Alexander at second. Rubel at third. Christine at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Swings through strike number two. The 0-2 to Christine. That ball's going to get away. Here comes Rubel coming home at the plate. Huskies have their second run of the game off of the wild pitch. Rubel scores from third. Runners move up 60 feet respectively. Or 90 feet, my apologies. Christine now in a 1-2 count. 2 outs. Runner now on second and third after the wild pitch. Christine set. The 1-2. Will take strike 3. Christine upset at himself. But the Huskies do score another one in the 4th. You're listening to MCTV. If I had to guess what the issue is, the laptop that's running the stream is connected. But the actual, I don't know. I apologize once again. You guys deserve the best viewing experience at home. I guess it would have to be paused the game, of course. I guess this is, I don't know what to say. I mean, we're connected. We should be good to go. It's loading back and forth. My apologies once again. Keegan Truitt here, batting now for Chambersburg. Here comes the 0-0 from Ativo. That one will be outside for ball number 1. Ativo is set. The 1-0. That one's going to be chopped over Ativo's head. Fielded nicely by Hopple to play at first. Not in time. The runner is safe at first base. Able to beat out the Martin now at the plate here with a chance to tie the game. Runner on first. Ativo checks him. Checks him once more. Bunt down the first base line. Not able to stay fair. We'll go back to our original spots. Ativo is set. The 0-1. That one's going to be outside for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-1. Pick off back at first. Not in time. Heads up play by Easton. Tries to get him out there. 2-1 count on the Spartans. Ativo checks over at first. The pitch. Squeeze again there. Pulls it back. It'll be 3-1 with no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Huskies trying to make sure that 2 runners don't get on base and a chance to tie the game. The 3-1. Bunt once again. This one will go foul once more and we'll be full. If you bunt and the ball goes foul, then you are out as well. That is a rule, especially we've seen a couple of times both teams have bunted or attempted the bunt. Pickoff back at first, not able to get there in time. As we stay full. A TiVo set, the 3-2. That one's going to be low for ball 4. And the Huskies have runners on first and second. Now batting will be Truitt for Chambersburg. So we have a mound visit here. Let me try something, guys. You stay right here with us on MCTV. That was me. Don't worry. Let's see if this will fix it. Check 1, 2. All right. Let's check. Did it fix it? Nonetheless, we're heading back to action here. Down in Chambersburg with runners on first and second and no outs for a TiVo. Corners are in. Another bunt attempt there. Not able to work for Chambersburg. It'll be a 1-0 count. TiVo set, the 1-0. A bunt down back to the pitcher. Gonna get him out at first base. That'll be the only base that'll be out. There'll be 2 runners in scoring position now for Chambersburg. Caden McMullen now at the plate here with 2 runners in scoring position. So that one's going to be chopped towards third base. Throws it over to first. Smith able to tag him out. And a nice play there by Mifflin County. Nice job by Smith recognizing what happened. Able to tag him out after the high throw. Mifflin County now has 2 outs. If you're Aiden Nativa, you're like, please, please, please let me get out of this jam here. Batting it'll be Tyler Foreman at the plate for Chambersburg. 2 outs, runners on second and third will take strike 1. Oh, 1. Swings through a slider, and Nativa was nearly out of the jam. 0-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third, tying run on second base, leading run at the plate. The 0-2. That's one that's going to be chopped towards the third base. Huskies still up 2 with 3 innings left to go. You're listening to MCTV. Mills is going to try and stay on the mound here for one more inning as we reach the 5th here. Huskies are going to make a change. Instead of Grady Hopple, it'll be Austin McKnight going to be replacing him for the at-bat. Austin McKnight, for the time being. Here comes the first pitch of the 5th inning. Gonna take a ball inside for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. Swings through strike number 1. Swinging for the fences on that one. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be called strike 2. And the 1-2 to McKnight. That one will be low and away for ball number 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs, top of the 5th. Mills still on the mound from the start. Here comes the 2-2. Inside, full count. The 3-2. That one will be inside, and McKnight draws a walk. If you're just joining us, we apologize here for the laggy video. Something is going on with either the laptop or the camera. Maybe it might be the weather. I don't know. I've been looking at the situation here for about an inning and a half, 2 innings, trying to figure out what it is. My apologies on that. Nonetheless, we apologize, but we also thank you for staying here with us on MCTV through these conditions. Huskies lead 2-0. Runner on first, top of the 5th. No outs. Smith at the plate. Smith is set. The pitch will be taken high for ball number 1. Back in the box goes Smith. Mills is set on the mound. Here comes the pitch. It will be taken high for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch, no outs, top of the 5th. Will take for strike 1. Looked like he had no intent of swinging no matter where the ball was on that one. 2-1. No outs. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes for second. Smith pops it up high into foul territory. Able to catch it. Runner safely back to first. Runner went for second. Smith popped out, had to go back to first, got back safely. It'll be Weaver up to the plate now for Mifflin County with 1 on first. As time is called, coach is going to go check up on Mills, and we'll take a break with him. We'll be back on MCTV. Plank steps into the box here as we return. Runner on first, one out, top of the 5th inning. We'll take ball one, just high and away. Mills is set. The 1-0 to Plank. We'll take ball high. 2-0's the count. Set. The 2-0. Runner gets a lead. The pitch. Runner takes off for first. That one's going to be high. The play at second is in time. And there will be 2 outs. Huskies are 2 for 4 on stolen bases attempts here today. Now the Huskies have a 2-0 count. Their signals. The 3-0 to Plank. Will take ball 4 and he'll get back on first base. Or that's Weaver, my apologies. Plank is now up to the plate. Plank with the orange gloves and orange shoes. Here comes the 0-0 to Plank. We'll take strike one. Here comes the pitch to Plank, the 0-1. It's going to be fouled out of play. It'll be 0-2. Plank down 0-2 as rain starts to fall. So that one's going to be fouled away. Rain is falling on the press box here. It'll be camera safe nonetheless. 0-2, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Weaver at first, Plank at the plate. It's going to be fouled off, and we'll do it once more. The rain is really starting to pick up here. So that just leads me to think that it might have been weather, and it's just getting to us now. Here comes the 0-2. Runner takes off for first. Plank's going to ground one to the third baseman. Not able to pick the ball up. Runners are going to be safe at first and second. Easton Leckley now at the plate. He popped up in foul territory to the catcher last time out. He's got 2 on, 2 out, top of the 5th, up 2. Wins through strike number 1. Hopple's going to go talk to his player. Checks up on him. Leckley's going to head back to the plate. I feel like the rain is at a good enough pace to where we can continue playing. So I'm going to stick my hand out here, actually. Didn't feel anything, but the 0-1 here to Leckley. It's going to chop one there. Gets through the gap. Here comes Weaver. The play at the plate. He is Safe! Huskies lead 3-0 off of an RBI single by Easton Lepley. Now that'll be Wyatt for the Huskies here. Here comes the pitching coach for Chambersburg. I believe we're going to get a pitching substitution. Nonetheless, I think we found our answer here, the rain, as to why the quality is not at where it should be. We are going to have a pitching change here nonetheless. If we look at the scoreboard real quick during this pitching, number 31, that'll be Pine for Chambersburg. But let's go take a quick look here at the scoreboard. Huskies lead 3-0 on 4 hits. Chambersburg has 3 hits, but they also have 3 errors, which has propelled the Huskies to this 3-0 lead. Rain is falling, wind is picking up, and you're listening to MCTV. And we are back here. Rubel at the plate for the Huskies, running on first and second. 2 outs. Huskies have rallied here. With 2 outs in the inning to give themselves another run. That one's going to be away there on the opening pitch from Pine, and the runners are going to helicopter flying above us right there. Don't know if anybody else cared, but I just wanted to show it. Baseball broadcasts are long. You know what else is long? Rain. Since it's raining here, it's really started to pick up in the last minute. Foul play. It'll be 1-1 for Rubel. Rain is really starting to pick up. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. The 1-1 pitch. It is really picking up. The game got scheduled from Thursday. This game was originally supposed to take place tomorrow. Scheduled to take place today. Here comes the 1-2. Chop back towards the mound. Picks up, throws over to first in time. As there you can really see the rain starting to fall. Huskies lead 3-0. I believe we're going to call for a rain delay here for the first time this season. Rain is really starting to pick up here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. Umpires are off the field. Everything. I believe it's hailing. Am I wrong thinking it's hailing? I'm going to back the camera up here real quick. My apologies. Rain starts to pick up. Here comes the tarp crew. Nonetheless, for the first time this season, we have a rain delay on MCTV. It is hailing. Let me show you guys the hail here off of the... And it is blown by. Gives me a quick opportunity to show you guys. It's not going to focus, but there's little white spots there. Light hail on rain delay number 1 of the season for Mifflin County. Nonetheless, I'm going to back this up so the camera doesn't get wet. I'll give you updates as I get them. on MCTV. We are on rain delay here in Mifflin County. Here's the rain picked up heavily for 10 minutes. And now it stopped. Started to rain lightly, picked up very heavily as of late. And now it doesn't even look like it's raining outside. Kind of shocking, very weird weather, very weird. Mifflin County, or in Chambersburg, you're listening to MCTV. And ladies and gentlemen, that might be one of the quickest rain delays I've seen in a long, long time. The tarp team is coming out to take off the tarps. Nonetheless, here in Mifflin County, or in Chambersburg, Mifflin County is in a rain delay for the first time this season. Up 3-0. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth inning. So the rain picked up for a solid minute and a half. Downpour, slight hail, and Mifflin County's taking the field. Of baseball left to be played. Let me just move my camera into its original spot. There we go. We should be good to go for this foreseeable future. Ativo's still on the mound. Mifflin County has had their first and their quickest rain delay of the season. I will be personally shocked if there's anything quicker than that. Ativo staying warm. Here is after the quick here in southern Pennsylvania. Mills is going to lead us off here in the fifth inning as he leads off his team. Three runs for the Huskies off 4 hits. Chambersberg has 0 runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors. Here comes the 0-0. First pitch is going to get hit solidly to left field. It'll be down for a base hit. Throws it into Madden Weaver. And in baseball, tempo is a major factor. Here's Ativo was in a nice rhythm, going 4 innings without allowing any runs. But he has a runner on first with no outs. Now what Murray here for Chambersburg. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to get fouled back for strike number 1. We thank you all for tuning with us through that rain delay. Ativo checks first, gets his lead. That one's going to be outside for ball number 1. TiVo checks first once more. Here comes the 1-1. Will take strike two. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be above the hitter. It'll be 2-2, no outs. Rain is still falling, but not as intensely as it once was. This storm might come in patches. Game got moved from Thursday to Wednesday. We'll take ball 3 low and away. This game got moved from Thursday to Wednesday due to the fact that they wanted to avoid rain and make sure that the game didn't get rained out. So the forecast shows rain for the next couple of days. The 3-2 pitch, that one's going to get hit up towards center field. Strohacker is under it, reels it in for out number 1 of the inning. First time he's got action today out in the field. We'll stay with it, reel it in, and the Huskies are with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Brown at the plate. Here comes the 0-0. That one's going to go low and inside. Nice job by Lepley to block the plate there. Make sure the ball doesn't get behind and possibly allow Mills to take second base. Huskies throwing a shutout as we speak. Here comes the 1-0. That one's going to get fouled back. We're going to have ones across the board again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. For the 3-hitter. TiVo checks first. Here comes the pitch. Swings through an off-speed pitch. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Chambersberg not looking for a double play. Quickly hustles into the box. The 1-2. TiVo throws outside. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to be low. Another block by Easton. Count goes full. TiVo set. Picks off first. Nothing going. Ball gets away from TiVo, able to recover nicely. Count will be full once more. He's going to throw it back, get a ball change here. As the ball got all dirty. 3-2, 1 out. Huskies up by 3. The payoff pitch. That'll be low. And the Spartans have 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Huskies all season have only allowed 2 runs. They've only played in 2 games, and both of those runs came against Altoona in the 4th and 6th inning, respectfully. Now batting will be number 7, Barkley. Pitcher set the pitch. Low and away for ball 1. So I believe the rain has stopped. Here comes the pitch. Will be taken outside for ball 2. My apologies. The 2-0. 1 out. Runners on first and second. TiVo, the pitch. That one's going to be hit towards center field. Strohacker gets under it. Runner will not tag. 2 on, 2 out for Chambersburg. They've had chances this game, just have not been able to capitalize on them. Now batting, it'll be number 10, Truitt. The left-handed number 4 hitter. 2 on, 2 out. Truitt is set. Ativo is set. The pitch will be inside for ball one. The 1-0. That one's going to be high. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be hit hard, deep right center field. Strohacker gets under it for out number 3, and Ativo has shut out the Spartans through 5. Both teams have the same amount of hits, but errors. As soon as I say something, Mifflin County gets accounted for an error. Mifflin County still up 3, though. Once again, if you're just joining us, we thank you all for tuning into MCTV. It's been a wild one up here for me in the booth. We've had internet problems due to the rain, and due to the rain also, we had our first rain delay that had lasted about 2 minutes. Tarp team came on, grabbed the tarp, put it on over home plate and the pitcher's mound. About 2 minutes later, pulled it back out. Nonetheless, we have 2 more innings of baseball guaranteed. Huskies lead 3-0. Chambersburg has had 3 costly errors. Mifflin County only has 1, and that one was given to them in the last inning. On the mound right now is Pine for Chambersburg. It'll be 8-9-1 starting us off here in the 6th. Alexander now stepping up to the plate. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Huskies here in the 6th inning. Pitcher set. The left-hander, the pitch. Swings over one. It'll be an 0-1 count on Alexander. Here comes the 0-1. We'll take it inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. The 1-1. That one's going to be hit off of the third baseman's glove, and Alexander will scoot into first base safely off of the third baseman's glove. They call it the hot corner for a reason. Right there just proved it. Landon Haig is going to pinch run for Logan Alexander. Haig plays football and basketball. Tri-sport athlete. I will say from the season I've watched from him on both on the hardwood and on the gridiron, This kid has a lot of speed on him. He's a junior, so he will be back next year. But here he is on the diamond. Here comes the 0-0. Behind Strohecker, Haig takes off for second. He will scoot in there safely. Now you got a pinch runner in scoring position with no outs. And the top of the order coming up after this batter, it'll be 9-1-2. As they have Reese Christine, the third baseman, on deck. Pine gets set. The 1-0. Back over to first. Had a look. Wasn't able to get anything. Pine gets set on Strohecker. Here comes the 1-0. Bunt's going to go sky high and foul. It'll be an even count at 1-1. One count to the center fielder. Pine set. The pitch will be inside and low for ball number 2. Pine is set. Strohecker set. The 2-1. Haig at second. Huskies up 3, top of the 6th. Gonna bunt one down. Beautiful bunt. Second baseman goes to cover first base, and he's safe. Strohecker beats it out, and he is hyped. Runners on the corners, no outs in the top of the order coming up. Huskies looking to add some insurance. Haig at third. Strohecker at first. Christine at the plate. Huskies up 3, looking to add more. Strohecker here could very easily steal second, and if the catcher throws it down, Haig could possibly go home. A double steal. Strohecker takes his lead, so does Haig. That one's going to be hit high and out of play for strike 1. Pine looks at the catcher. The 0-1. Haig goes home. Going to get caught in a rundown now. Haig in a rundown is going to get tagged out. Strohecker goes to second, and an interesting call there to steal home. Didn't work out. Now, still has one runner on second. With 1 out, still a great chance for the Huskies to score. Very interesting choice there by Haig. I mean, if you were to steal home, you're up 3-0. You could take that risk. But is that exactly what Chambersburg needed? Christine looks confused. It'll be a 1-1 count. Don't know exactly what we were looking at there. I believe Christine, the scoreboard read 0-1. Christine made sure that the umpire and the scoreboard operator knew that it was 1-1. One's across the board, 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That one's going to get chopped towards the shortstop. The play over to first in time for the second out. Strohecker's at third, and Hoppel comes to the plate. Smith on deck. Weaver in the hole. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Huskies up 3. 5 hits with 3 runs and an error. Chambersburg has 4 hits, 4 errors, and 0 runs. Huskies looking to capitalize with a runner on third. 2 outs. Pine looking to try and get out of the jam. The first pitch going to be on a grounder to the third baseman over to first base off the bag in time. He's safe. What a slide and what a heads-up play by Grady Hopple. As a run scores off of that, Strohecker went home. What a slide by Hopple to avoid the tag and score a run. Now here comes the Chambersburg coach talking to the umpire. What a play by Grady Hopple to score a run. The Huskies are up 4-0. Scored a run in each of the last 3 innings. Jaden Smith here now up to the plate. Hopple grabs his lead. Goes back. Pitcher now set. Hopple gets his lead once more. The first pitch to Smith will take strike 1 on the outside side of the plate. Pine visibly, or I don't know if you guys could heard him, but I heard him up here in the booth, and he said he can't see what the catcher's calling. So, interesting story developing. Could that be the weather? Could that him just be getting fatigued? He's been in ever since he took over Mills' spot about 2 innings ago. Nonetheless, Huskies added on another here in the 6th inning. Here comes the pickoff attempt there, in safely is Hopple. Hopple grabs his lead from first. The 0-1 will be inside for ball 1. One, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. One has scored already. Pine set. The pitch. That one's going to hit off of Smith. He got hit. He did the exact same thing in his opening at bat against Altoona. So that's the 2nd time he's done that this season through 3 games. He looks shaken up. Smith shaken up. Huskies up 4-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Smith gets back into the plate. One, 2, runner on first for Smith. Here comes the pitch. Takes outside for a 2-2 count. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Smith swings through strike 3. Or no, he fouls it off, actually. I thought it was a strikeout, and the ball just got away from the catcher. Smith barely got a piece of it. I didn't hear it. Smith stays alive after the foul ball. 2s across the board. As I believe if what I'm seeing is right, the stream is clear. We welcome you back to Clear MCTV Baseball. Smith swings through strike 3. The batter is out, but the weather has passed. The vision is clear. And we have an inning and a half left of baseball. You're listening to MCTV. we welcome you back here in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, where Mifflin County is up by 4 runs, and we have a pitcher change. Ativo went 5 shutout innings, and now Chase Hartung, who also played quarterback this season for the Huskies football team, is on the bump. This is Hartung's first appearance this season. And if you were with us through the whole middle part of the game, we apologize for what happened. It was a very laggy. The weather is now since passed. And now we can bring you clear coverage from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. We have an inning and a half left to go. If you're just joining us, Huskies are up 4-0 off 5 hits. Chambersburg has 5 errors. Not the best day for them defensively. Huskies only have 1. Hartung on the bump for the first time this season. He'll be going up against Martin here to kick us off. Wyatt Martin stepping in for Chambersburg. Here comes the first pitch of Hartung's season. Low and away for ball number 1. The wind starts to slightly pick up. Facing towards the window that we're looking out of as here comes the 1-0. That one's going to be hit right to the shortstop. Nice job by Madden Weaver to reel it in. Huskies 5 outs away from improving to 3-0. Now batting number 5, Brady Truitt for Chambersburg. Here comes the 0-0. We'll take strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. We'll take ball 1 on the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 1-1. That one's going to be hit this time over Madden Weaver's head for a single. Chambersburg is their first runner on of the inning. 5 hits and 5 errors in the game. Caden McMullen now at the plate here for Chambersburg. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. That's going to be low. Nice job by Easton Lepley to pick it up for ball number 1. Pickoff attempt over to first. Gets back safely. Here comes the 1-0. We'll take a ball outside. We'll go 2-0. Hartung on the bump, plays football, quarterback for the Huskies. And he's on the mound now. Comes the pitch. We'll take inside. It'll go 3-0 for Hartung. Hartung don't want to get in a jam with a runner on first and second, 1 out. Hartung is set. The 3-0. We'll take strike 1 on the outside corner. Hartung is set. So is McMillan. Here comes the 3-1. That one's going to be hit lightly over to the head to Hopple. 4-6. Not in time for the double play, but they do get the second out of the inning. Now batting for Chambersburg, it'll be Foreman. Tyler Foreman here at the bump. Or at the plate, my apologies. It'll be Hartung at the bump with a runner on first and 2 outs. Hartung is set. The pitch. That one's going to be high for ball number 1. We have crossed over the 2-hour mark in this game. It's going to be a long bus ride home for the Huskies. This was their second away game in 2 days. That one's going to stay fair down the third base line. Christine can't pick it up. The play at first. Not in time as the ball gets away. Here comes Chambersburg with a runner on second and third now. The ball was too high for Jaden Smith, rolled all the way to the fence. And Chambersburg now could score here and make it a possible 2-run game with anything that gets into the outfield. Christine tried to make something out of nothing there. Got to respect the effort, but at the end of the day, it only hurt the Huskies. Now with a runner on second and third, 2 outs. Here comes Coach Leister. Come out and talk to the junior. Nonetheless, next game for Mifflin County is going to be at the Happy Valley Hardball Classic this Saturday. It's the teams of Mifflin County, State College, Bellefonte, and Bald Eagle Area High School will all be playing at Medler Field Saturday. The first game is at 9 a.m. between Bellefonte and Bald Eagle, and at high noon, our Mifflin County Huskies will take on State College. The losers of those 2 games will play at 3 p.m., and the winners will play at 6 o'clock under the lights, all in Happy Valley this Saturday, and all of it on MCTV. I'm personally very looking forward to that. I've talked to some of the players, some of the coaches, and I think they're as excited as we are here. Obviously, this is the second annual Happy Valley Hardball Classic. Mifflin County did not participate in the first. They did not get the invite. Bald Eagle won the first one as here comes the 0-0. That one's going to be low and away for ball 1. But Mifflin County gets the invitation this season. And here they'll get an early test against State College. Here comes the 1-0. It's going to be low in the dirt here. Ever since that really error, I guess you would call it, by Christine, just Hartung has looked slightly off. 2-0 count with 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. That was the Huskies' second error of the game. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be low and away, and it'll be 3-0. 3-0. 2 outs. Or it's 2-1, my apologies, as the scoreboard reads wrong. I thought it was 3-0 as well. Nonetheless, that'll be called strike 2. And instead of being 3-0, it's 2-2 here with 2 outs. Hartung looking to punch away the side. Biggest pitch of the game for Mifflin County. Hartung gets set. The 2-2. That'll be a chopper down the third base line. It'll roll foul, and we'll do it once more. Nice heads-up play there by Christine, making sure the ball rolled foul before picking it up. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Chambersburg has been shut out up to this point. They do have 5 hits, but they have allowed 5 errors, which has allowed Mifflin County to score 4 runs. We see 2s all across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. For number 23, Mills, he started the game for Chambersburg. Allowed 1 run through 3 innings. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to be away, and we'll go full. If you thought the pressure was on the last pitch, what about this one? Full count, 2 in scoring position. As the rain starts to pick up once more. 3-2, 2 outs, the pitch. Low and away and in the dirt. And he'll walk the bases loaded with Murray a chance to tie the game. For the first time in a long time, rain starts to fall again. This is the hardest it's... Now, what really confuses me is that the stream is not lagging now, so... Was it the weather? I don't know. Nonetheless, ball one low and away. Hartung is set. The 1-0. Will take strike one on the inside side of the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Will be low and away for ball two. Belfont, not Belfont. Chambersburg bench, the loudest it's been since the game was tied. I'd say since the start of the game. Their best chance of scoring. Hartung set. The 2-1. Will take inside for ball three. And another ball here would send home Chambersburg first run of the game. 3-1, 2 outs. Chambersburg down by 4, but have the bases jammed. The 3-1. That one's going to get fouled off, and we'll go full, and the runners are going to have a head start. My apologies. Plank makes the catch in right field. I thought that was going foul by the trajectory, but I guess maybe the wind picked it up. Plank went to the side where our camera can't see as good. Nonetheless, my apologies again. It's been a long game. Nonetheless, Huskies up 4. We got one more inning of baseball left to be played on MCTV. A pinch hitter steps up to the plate for Mifflin County. Be number 35. As Pine gets set here. He's relieved the back half of this game, and here comes the pitch. That'll be chopped towards the second baseman. Fields it in there as he's off the bag, and he'll be safe. That'll be Clay Amon. Beat out the throw. We have a runner on first. If you're just joining us, we just ended the 6th. We're on to the 7th inning. Huskies have 6 hits. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to get chopped towards the second base, not able to get the double play, but able to get Plank out at first. So the runner goes to second. Now batting Easton Lepley. Runner on second. 1 out. Trying to improve the lead. Lepley gets set. The 0-0. Checks back on second base there. Nothing going. Runner on second. 0-0 count. 1 out. Fielder's choice. Last time out. Here comes the pitch. It's going to get chopped towards the Husky dugout. We'll go foul and we'll go down 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Umpire calls time. Huskies want a balk. Not going to get it. Here comes Pine. The pitch will take a ball low and away. Ones go across the board for batter 1-1. Batter 11 has 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out, and 1 on in scoring position. Here comes the 1-1. We'll take strike 2 on the outside corner. Here comes the 1-2. We'll take low and away for a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch to Lepley, the catcher. 1 in scoring position. That'll be skied high. Center fielder gets under it. Able to reel in the catch, and they'll be 2 down in the top of the 7th. Lincoln Rubel up to the plate. He had a great hit late against Altoona in the 5th inning. Propelled the Huskies to a 6-2 win. As umpire calls time for a player tying their shoe in right field. It's all good to go. The shoe is tied. The batter's in the box, and we're ready to get back underway. Runner on second, 2 outs. Huskies trying to add some insurance here before the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Takes outside for ball 1. The lefty will take strike 1 on the lower outside corner. .400 feet dead center here in Chambersburg. Huskies lead in the last inning. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled directly back. It'll be 1-2 to Rubel. One, two outs. Huskies have a runner on second in the top of the last inning of regulation. Shall Chambersburg score 4 runs? We will go to extra innings. Nonetheless, here comes the 1-2. We'll take a ball low. We'll have 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on second. Pine takes a breather, gets set back down, ready to go. The 1-2 to Rubel. One's going to get hit towards the first base foul line. It'll go foul. The 1-2 for the third time. 2 outs, runner on second. Huskies trying to add some insurance before they got to pitch one last time. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to get hit towards center field. That ball's going to get down. Here comes the Huskies trying at the plate. He is out. And the coaches are upset. And the Huskies are not happy with the call at the plate. Huskies weren't able to add any insurance there. The umpire got about an earful and a half out of both Husky coaches. Nonetheless, you're listening to MCTV here. We have a half of an inning left to go here in southern Pennsylvania. Chambersburg has 3, 4, 5 due up in the inning. They're going to need these power guys to show their team why they hit here. They're down 4. Nonetheless, here comes the first pitch. We'll take strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Take low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 0 outs for the multi-sport athlete. Here comes the pitch. We'll take strike 2. Nonetheless, 1-2's the count. No outs. The pitch. Get fouled off, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch once more. We'll take outside. Husky coaches and players upset at that call. It'll be 2-2, no outs, bottom of the 7th. Fouled off right over the head of Easton. It'll remain 2-2. And Brown is fighting right now to keep his team alive. On deck is Barkley. Brown at the plate, the 2-2. That one's going to get sent high out of play. It'll be 2-2. The 2-2 pitch once more. Fouls it off and will go again. Brown is fighting right now. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to get hit towards right field on a dive, and he missed it. The right fielder missed it. Rounding second. He'll stay at second there. We don't have an angle that far out in right field. My apologies. And Brown has a leadoff double in the bottom half of the last inning. Courtesy run, or not a courtesy runner, my apologies. Just handing him his extra equipment. Chambersburg has their first run of the last inning. Or first runner on base, I should say. Have not scored yet this game. On 6 hits. 6 hits, 0 runs. Here comes the 0-0. Take for strike one. As Barkley will fall behind early. Checks over at second. The pitch. That one's going to get hit towards right field again. Get down on a one-hopper. He bobbles the ball again. Here comes Chambersberg. And all of a sudden, with 2 singles out to right field and a couple bobbles, Chambersberg has their first run of the game. That'll be Barkley with an RBI, and Brown will score the run. Chambersburg only down by 3 in the bottom half of the last inning. Keegan Truitt now at the plate. Runner on first. No outs. Down by 3. Will take outside for ball 1. Hartung gets set. The 1-0. That one's going to get chopped foul back out of play. It'll be a 1-1 count now. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to get skied high into foul territory down the third base line. Reels it in for out number 1. Nice catch over there by Chris Stein over there at third base, and the Huskies are now 2 outs away from securing a win. It's the first run that they've allowed, or that's the third run they've allowed all season against the Huskies. Pitching so far for the season has looked great for Mifflin County, and they're 2 outs away from securing their third W of the season and their second in 2 days. Runner grabs his lead. The pitch. That one's going to get hit once again to right field for another base hit. Runners both advance 90 feet. They are there. Now you guys can see right field better. My apologies on that. They've been ripping it towards right field. Moved it back for the rain, and I guess I never moved it back up. That is on me. My apologies. Hartung is going to get taken out of the game. Now coming in will be Aiden Arnold. For Mifflin County. Huskies up by 3, but the tying runs at the plate for Chambersburg. You're watching MCTV Baseball. Brady Truitt will be hitting for Chambersberg, and on the mound for his first time this season, Aiden Arnold. Huskies could get out of the game with a double play, but the tying run is at the plate. Huskies have led the whole game since the top of the second when they scored their first run. Since then, it's been all purple and black. Take strike one. Arnold set the pitch. Takes outside for ball one. Or no, strike two, my apologies. They called that strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Low and away. Arnold set. The 1-2. Low in the dirt. Nice block. 2-2's the count. The 2-2. Going to be hit high towards the right field once more. Smith gets under it, and that's out number 2 of the inning. Huskies one pitch away from the end of the game. Now batting for Chambersburg. That'll be Caden McMullen. Arnold trying to get the save here for Mifflin County. After Ativo went 4 shutout innings, Hartung took over. He allowed 1 in the 7th. But other than that, it's been a great game for Hartung and a better game for Ativo. Nonetheless, strike one called. Here comes the 0-1. That one's going to be hit center field. That's the game. Grady Hopple catches it, throws it back to Strohecker, and the Huskies will win 4-1, and they will be 3-0 heading into the Happy Valley Hardball Classic. Once again, at the end of the game, I'd like to apologize for what happened during the middle innings. We couldn't control everything that was going on. Nonetheless, what we could control, we did our best. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you Saturday at Medler Field for the Happy Valley Hardball Classic. Your Huskies play at high noon against State College. And until then, be safe and have a good